What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new PALWORLD video. Today, guys, I'm going to be going over all of the new building pieces that were added in this new PALWORLD Home Sweet Home update. So, guys, first off, we've got a whole new building menu. Look at this. It is glorious. So, you can quick access everything by using left shift and the mouse roll. And then you can also just switch by pressing E as well. Now, quickly as well with this, it does have a new paint mode, which we can use to change the color of foundations. So, and staircases. So it doesn't work on every structure, mainly just your foundations and your staircases, which is still huge. It's still really cool. So you can see that, and it looks like pillars as well. There you go. You can see pillars as well, and the walls, except, okay. Maybe only, okay, because they're door frames. That's a wall. So it looks like you could potentially paint a lot of things. Maybe just not the actual Cjthecheesedj set, because it looks like it's letting me paint everything. I did test this out and I thought I had covered every base. But no, you can definitely color the glass walls as well, which is really cool. You just can't do it for the Cjthecheesedj stuff, which is fine. That's really good. I'm assuming that'll come in a later date just because it's got the wood pieces through it. So you can see here the way that the color swatch works is you've got 5 colors on that swatch. You can shift between them. You can change your colors by hitting the E button, and you can edit your palette to a different color if you want, like that. And just like that, we've got purple coming in. And then you've also got 3 different palette swatches that you can switch to. So it's a really nice little quality of life update here that you can do. And then obviously you can revert it back to your normal color if you want to, which is really cool. So you've got that, and you can do the remove paint, which just goes along, and you can do it rather quickly, which makes things really nice. So that's the new painting system, but the new building system. So this is our new menu that we've got. And then if we come across into foundations, you'll see that we have some new pieces. So we finally have wooden triangular foundations. Now, we can snap these as well. They do have snap points, so let's go ahead and do that. And then look at this. Boom. We can now build our I mean, that's just a standard bloody foundation right there. But we can now build with triangle foundations, which means we can get some very nice structures going on. We can get large towers. We can get outposts, all that sort of stuff. I've just gone ahead and built a freaking 2x2 foundation wall. So that really showcases the new building structures, doesn't it? You can also rotate these pieces too. So if you want them a certain way, you can get them that way. But look at this. This is very exciting. I'm not showcasing it off very well though, because all I've done is just build a bunch of square foundations. But still, look at that. We can go ahead and we can build a boom. Like that, we can build like a little outpost longhouse kind of thing. So this is one of the new pieces. Now, obviously, this is repeated for each of the structure tiers. So obviously, we've got the wooden ones, we've got the stone ones, we've got the metal ones, we've got glass triangular foundations, the Japanese style, and then the clean style as well. So your imagination is now only limited by what you can build, which is very exciting. Makes me very happy. So that's one of the new items we've got, one of the new structures. We then also have the diagonal walls. So these are for your triangle foundations. So if you wanted to, you can build them snapped to just the foundations. And it's going to be cool because you can use these to make some pretty funky mazes. As well as that, you also get an arrow directional pointing you in which way the wall will be facing now, which is really nice because a couple of times when I've been building, it is rather difficult to figure out which way the wall is going just based on the direction of the wall. So this is a really nice adjustment to make as well. Now, next up, we have the wooden triangular wall inverted. So for those of you that have been building and you've been having these very annoying gaps in between, you can now use these new triangular walls to change that. Which once again means we can make a whole heap of new exciting structures and add some extra adjustments to bases. Like, look at that. Look how much nicer that looks. Just having a little bit of an extra frame around things. Look at that. That looks so good. So that's one of the other new pieces that we've got. Next up, we then also have the triangular roofs. Once again, pretty self-explanatory, same as the foundation, so that you can go ahead and Put it on top of your foundations that you've built. Look at that. There are going to be some very exciting little pathways that you'll be able to make with these and whatnot. So I'm very keen to see what comes out of this. Then next up, we also have the wooden slanted triangle roof. So this is for your corner pieces. You can also have it wrapped around things. This is going to be very nice to have as well. So once again, this is just an extra bit for your triangle ceilings and everything like that, as well as your foundations and whatnot. Very nice pieces. Look at that. We can build towers and everything now. It's going to be so much nicer. Now, if we come into... Am I out of wood? Is that what's going on? I'm just out of that. There we go. And then we also have the corner roofs. So these are for obviously the corner structures. You can see it's letting me place it there. So we can build an even bigger sort of dome sort of space. So if we come over here, is it going to let me? Because there's none. There we go. You can see there. So this is just a bigger version of what we've built up there, which is really cool. I'm really excited about this. You can build like little fort towers and stuff. And then we've also got the wooden pyramid roof, which is kind of your smaller one. So you want to have these kind of dotted around and stuff like that. But they are very nice to look at. And obviously, like I mentioned, each of these structures does have these versions as well. So they've done a really good job. Now, we've seen everything else except for the wooden PAL passage entrance. So this is a new gateway that we can now put down, which allows our pals to theoretically walk through. So you can see here, I've got a big opening for my pals to be able to walk through. But we can now build this bad boy and actually have like PAL dedicated entrances, which is really good because it's like 2 foundations high. There's still a nice entranceway, so you can still frame things and you can still kind of protect your base a little bit better. And also with these, what we can also do, so we can now place these where we like. Obviously they have to be attached to foundations, but it's bloody a good thing to have. I can tell you that. Look at that. That looks so nice. Our castles and forts and like towns are going to be so glorious now that we've got triangle pieces to build with. We've got these nice passageways. Look at that. I am very happy. These glass pieces are going to be the height. What are you doing down there? Get out of there. These new glass pieces out of the triangles and stuff are going to be so good. Look at that. So many new walls, so many new pieces, so many new structures. It's very exciting times. But that is pretty much all of the building pieces that are added into the new PALWORLD update. So pretty much we just got a whole bunch of new triangular pieces. We've got new roofs. We got those new PAL entryways, which I really enjoy. And then obviously the triangle foundations, which is massive. So we can build some very nice things now. I'm just going to try and actually show you instead of it being more or less foundations that were the same. Look at that. And then we can obviously fill these in too. So we can go ahead and place one of these bad boys, one of these bad boys, and you can essentially just build yourself a tower, a giant tower for your pals. You can decorate it with upside down inverted ceilings and walls, and it's just going to be so very nice to use and build with. So guys, that is going to be it for today. That's all the building pieces in the new update. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe down below for more. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.